Hello, I'm Jagan from Grow with Data. Welcome to the Crack SQL Interview in 50 question series. In this video series, you'll practice 50 SQL questions across various topics. You can use the playlist Crack SQL Interview in 50 questions to follow the videos related to this series. For each video in the series, you can find the related code on my GitHub. Feel free to explore the code and provide any feedback in the comment section. Now let's dive into the 45th video of the series, and we are going to continue the question related to the topic advanced string functions. So we are given the table patients. Let's create the table. So in this table, we have the patient ID, the patient name, and their medical condition. The condition can have no diagnosis or one or more diagnoses. So we are asked to write a solution to find the patient ID, patient name, and the condition of the patient who have type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes always starts with DIAB1 as prefix. So if you see this data set, you can say DIAB101, right? So this is a type 1 diabetes. And if you go to the next one, nothing. We see this, we have DIAB1, but you have SA, right? So this is not. So this is not the type 1 diabetes because there are some extra characters before that. And if you go here, null, this is diab1, right? So this is a required field. And if you see this, we have diab1, so this is a pre-diabetic, a type 1 diabetic. If you see this, this has diab, but it's 2, so this is not. Okay, so with the given condition, we have Maria, Bob, and George who are eligible. So Daniel is so close, but he got SA before that, so it's not eligible. And for Alan, it's diab 2. So we are looking only for diab 1 for the type 1 diabetes. So the expected output is going to be, we need to have Maria, Bob, and George. So this is the expected output. Let's see how to do that. Let's comment out. Okay. Let's start with the basic case statement. We select from the patients table. We need a patient ID, patient name, and then we have the conditions. And I'm going to create a case statement with some wildcard search. Case when conditions like right? So what we are looking for is DIAB1. So whatever has the condition as DIAB1, then we say 1 else 0 as check. So what you are saying, the conditions which I have diab1, then you make it as 1 else 0. So that's what they said, right? So the diabetic type 1 has the word DIAB1. Let's run this. Okay, we got the output. If you see this, we need to have Maria. So Maria diab1, which the check flag is 1. And for Bob, the check flag is 1. And for George, the check flag shows 0. Because we are looking for something like diab1. And in the front, there is no keyword which says it can be in the middle. If you don't have anything in the front, then it will show you that the D should be the starting point of the column. So if you see Maria, diab1 is the starting point of the column. If you see Bob, diab1 is the starting point of the column. So it picks up the starting point. So if I give a wildcard search like this, right, there should be word or space before that and before that. If I give this, what happens is it will bring in Daniel also, which has SA in the front. And it brings in the George, which is supposed to be there. So it brings in the required data as well as it brings some noise. So how to reduce that? So I'm going to do two conditions. If it starts with diab1, then you flag as 1, or it has something like anything in front and a space. So anything can happen before diab1 and it should need a space before the D. If that is the case, then make it as 1. Then you have the required data. So if you see this, diab1 is a starting point, which already we addressed, and SAD, it shows 0 because after SA, there is no space before D. So this is ineligible. And we got the Bob and George because George, we got some characters before and we have a space before D. So it picks up this. So we got the 2 conditions to address this case. So we need the output like only the 3 conditions. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this statement as a filter where equal to 1. So whatever the check flags brings in, if it's 1, then bring me only those records. So I got Maria, Bob, and George. I don't need this column, the select statement, so I'm removing it. So I got it, right? So this is one way of getting the filter condition with wildcard search, and you make sure that you have the right condition. If you do blindly do a wild search before that, it might bring some noise data. So you make sure the right pattern of it. Okay, this is one. Let's go with the second option, which is a Boolean condition. So Boolean, as we saw before, it needs to have yes or no, or true or false. That's a Boolean, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say same like this condition. I'm just brings in directly the condition, not the case statement. I'll say conditions like diab1 as check 1. And then I say condition like percentage and space, then check 2. I have the 2 flags and see what it brings in. So if you see this, the starting point is diab1. So Maria is in that category, so it got 1. And then Bob is in that category, it got 1. And the one with anything in before and the space just before D, that is George. So if you see George, the second check catch that condition. So check 1, 2. Okay. So now these 2 conditions brings me the required result. So I say the condition like this or the condition like this. If I have both, then you give me the flag. Then I run this. If you see, I got Maria, which is a starting point, and I got Bob, which is a starting point, and then the George, which is after a character. So I got all the 3. So same like before, I am going to use this in the where class, where these 2. And if I run it, I got this as filter. So when I put the Boolean function, then whatever satisfies 1, right? So that will be shown up, other things are filtered. The zeros will be filtered. So we can do this way. It's a very simple format rather than going with the case statement. Case statement is more of a conditional. You can condition based on your need. It's more readable. And this one is kind of a simple. So condition like this or like this. So whoever knows the Boolean condition, they can understand this code. So these are the normal SQL format. The interesting part of this is we can use the regular expression. In our video, we have a couple of questions which address the wildcard search, or we address the regular expressions, right? So regular expression is one of the interesting part to do the coding because you have to form the template to track those characters you need. Let's see a couple of examples how to use the regular expression. So we have the select whatever the column we need, and then we use the regular expression where the conditions column, conditions reg x r e g e x p. So reg expression is the regular expression. We just say / b, and then whatever we have looked for dab1, and then we have to say // d plus is what the condition is. So this is the character we are looking for. Let me see what is this /b and /d plus. Okay, let's run this. You got the required condition, surprisingly, right? So what is this /b? So the /b is the word boundary. It defines the word boundary. That means whatever the word you are giving, right, the diab1, it's not followed or preceded by another word character. So that's the first condition it will check. Or where the word condition is at the beginning of the string. So the first one is the beginning of the string is one condition. It will take care of it /b. And the second one is there is no word or special characters following d. So both these conditions will be done by this /b. So to understand the SQL, we have to give one more slash so the SQL will understand this character. And the /d is basically the digits. So after 1, you are expecting some digits. So that's what the filter condition is. So this diab1 should be a standalone character. There should not be any characters before that, and it can be a starting point of the sentence. Those two conditions will be satisfied by this /b. Okay, and then /d is the digits format. The plus will make sure one or more numeric digits can appear immediately after the b1. So these two while search are satisfied with this two symbols, right? If you want to see some examples of b, I can just copy a couple of examples here. Let's comment this. So if I give /b word b, that means it matches the whole word, standalone word word in the string. If there is something called sw, then it won't be accepted. It just look for only the word, the 4-letter word. It can be between the sentence, like space before and after, or it can be like the starting point, or it can be at the end of the sentence. Whatever it is, but the word has to be a standalone 4-letter word. Next one is the /d. As I told you, /d points to the digits, numerical digits. So plus is going to be, it can be 0 to many. So the /b will make sure it's a standalone digit. Can be a starting of the sentence, in between the sentence, or end of the sentence, but it's a standalone digit. Nothing, no other characters, alpha characters attached before or after that. And the w plus means it consider the letters, digits, and underscore. So it, and again, this combination form a word. It can be starting point, ending point, or in between, but it's a standalone sentence. So if you have a search based on particular word, then you can use these kind of templates. So this is for the regular expression. There is one more function called regular expression like. So let's start with the same part, and we are going to say where the regular expression like, and we just give what is the column we are experimenting, and then I am going to say two different characters. One is this one, and the pipeline symbol is the or condition, a space, and then at the end you don't have to look anything. So what this is saying is, this one is the starting point of the sentence, and or there is a space. So I'm just telling the regular expression like the column should have the word diab1, which can be the starting of the sentence or have a space before d. If both the now any of these conditions in both the part, like the starting or the space, if any of these conditions satisfy, that's why we give the or. Condition satisfies, then you return true. So expression like true, if I run this, it gives me the 3 required data: Maria, Bob, and George. So you can create different patterns using the regular expression, which is quite interesting. At the same time, you have to make sure you cover all the edge cases. That's the challenging part. Let me see if I can make a video purely on regular expressions soon, but it's a very interesting topic to play around with the regular expression. You can even use in the Python or any other languages. Most of the languages support the regular expressions. Okay, now if you want to see the code, then you can go to the YouTube channel, Grow with Data, and in the playlist, this is going to be in the Crack SQL Interview in 50 questions. If you want to see the Tamil version of it, you have Tamil, Crack SQL Interview in 50 questions. Once you go into the playlist, you have the video description part where you have the GitHub link. It will take you to the code base where you have the create statements and all the select statement we talk about. This one is the 45th video, and you have the create statement script and the case statement, the Boolean statement, and a regular expression, and then the expression like. So all these sequels are here. So you can use this for your practice. If you want to join the WhatsApp channel, you have the link here. You can use the WhatsApp channel and you can join Growth Data WhatsApp group. Hope you like this video and thanks for watching.